The number one thing that I hate and am paranoid of when it comes to tarantula keeping is mold. I was just doing a quick check on all my teas, and when I came to my Monocentropus balfouri, which is over there, something in the substrate caught my eye. And of all possible things, it had to be mold. Look at that. These were not here a couple days back. I'm currently clueless and a bit confused as to what may have caused the random outbreak of mold, but I'm glad I caught it early before it takes over the entire enclosure, because mold is very dangerous to tarantulas and can possibly kill them. Now, I think the mold grew because the air inside is very, how can I say this, saturated? Can I say that word? Yeah, but anyways, I think it's because this enclosure doesn't have very good ventilation, unlike these enclosures, as you can see, because they are very well top ventilated. I very rarely get mold problems in these enclosures. So I'm gonna be taking out all the substrate and replacing it with new ones. The wood, I've got to check if there are mold under the wood. If there's no mold, then it should be fine, because as for now I only see mold at the substrate. Man, I hate this so much, because for one, look at how much of webbing this tea has already done. Very beautiful webbing, and now because of this stupid mold, I'm gonna have to destroy everything. There's the tea, my 4-inch female Monocentropus balfouri, which made a very nice looking enclosure. She decorated it quite a bit with her webbing, and unfortunately for her safety, everything's gonna have to be destroyed. So hopefully she understands this situation and cooperates with me, because I don't want Monocentropus balfouri to be running around my room. But we can only do this tomorrow, because the substrate that I have to replace in her enclosure is still damp. And if I were to put this damp substrate into the enclosure, look at that, there's water coming out. If I were to put this into her enclosure, I'm pretty sure mold will start to grow on this one. So I'm gonna have to get these dried up. Hopefully it'll be able to dry out overnight. I'm gonna be getting only the amount that I need for her enclosure, putting it into a smaller container, so it'll be easier to dry out, because in this massive tub there is no way that the substrate will dry out overnight, because all these damp substrate has been in here for over a week and they're still wet. I think that's enough substrate for her. Yep, should be good. In order to speed up the drying of the substrate, I'll be using this lamp. This is a lamp that is used for drying paint. People would paint something and shine this lamp on. It's really hot, so since it's used for drying paint, I'm pretty sure that it'll do good in drying substrate as well. This lamp doesn't need a stand because it has its own built-in clamp. How cool is that? So we can just clamp it over there and turn it on. Really bright and hot. I can already feel the heat. So hopefully overnight it'll be able to dry out all this substrate. Super bright, super hot. Now I'm gonna leave this overnight and I'll be back tomorrow. Good night.
The next morning.
It's been about 8 hours now, and pretty much the top half has been dried out. Just the bottom is still a little bit damp, but I stir this up and it should be good after a couple hours. The sun now, so I'll just put it out in the sun for about 2 hours and we'll check back on it after. Oh, and by the way, that's my fish pond that is in desperate need of cleaning.
2 hours later.
substrate's all good. Let's get this done as quickly as possible. I feel terrible for doing this. Oh my god, why? It's so sad. Look at that. Let's get the wood out first. Uh-oh. Now let's get the tea into this before it decides. Oh boy. Oh, nope. I don't like how this. Oh, okay, that's better. Oh no, what are you doing? There we go. My goodness, please do not bolt on me. This is not a time for you to decide to bolt. Get in there. Now we can safely mess with the enclosure. The substrate is not even really wet. I don't know why the mold started to grow. Just give this a good wash. Probably use some disinfectant as well. The wood doesn't appear to have mold, so that's a good thing. Just gonna get it cleaned up. Yep, looks good. It's time to get the substrate in. It's a bit too much. This tea doesn't like to burrow. She likes to make webbing all over the enclosure, so I'm not gonna put too deep substrate for her. Why do I do this to myself? I like to use a bit of these big coconut husk as well. Looking good, so I'm gonna find a way to position a piece of wood. I think that's good. Alright, so that looks good. Back to how it looked like. Now, what enclosure would be complete without the inhabitant? Just to be safe, get your piece of wire, poke it through, and nudge the tea out. There we go. There she is. Let's get this out and have a good look at her in her new clean enclosure. Hopefully mold doesn't grow again, because that'll be another nightmare. It took her like a month or two for the entire enclosure to be webbed up, so I'm not going to be expecting what we had in the beginning of the video very soon. I'm glad everything went smoothly despite her trying to bolt, and that the mold didn't get out of control yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and as always, comment something down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.